Yo, if you're from Sydney, I got the paint hookup for you. You guys need some cheap, good quality cans of paint? Head straight over to Lady G on Instagram. And if you use the discount code Youfo, you'll get cans for up to $6 per can. They deliver them for free, depending on where you are in Sydney, and they're open until 4 in the morning. So definitely go check them out for all your paint needs. 10 things graffiti toys do. Number 1, make YouTube video. No, I'm joking. Number 1, disrespecting other people's work for no reason. Who knows what the case really is? It could really come down to they just simply don't know what they're doing, or they think it's funny to cap other people's work. For example, I got this story told to me about this guy when he was starting out. He was just messing around in the drains one day, and he accidentally sprayed someone else's work. And that said dude actually somehow found out that this new writer who didn't know much or anything about graffiti accidentally capped his stuff. He hunted him down and gave him a bit of a courtesy black eye. So it's really good to know what you are doing before you start painting. Number 2 is obviously produce terrible graffiti. The meaning of toy generally means an inexperienced or unskilled graffiti writer. Graffiti writers usually use this toy word to degrade new writers in the scene, or writers who are old to the scene and still don't have any skill or reputation. So that one's pretty obvious, but you know. Number 3, painting with terrible paint. You know, there's so many options out there for really, really cheap paint. So a lot of newbies will go to Walmart, or they'll go somewhere and get the really watery crap that you can get for next to nothing. Or they go the complete opposite way and buy the most expensive paint, thinking it means that they're gonna do good graffiti. But it's not about the tool per se, it's about the user of that tool. Number 4, toys tend to boast to the crowd and think they're the best, purely only because they do graffiti. You know, that's not how it works. If someone says, oh yeah, I do a bit of graffiti here and there, bro, oh yeah, chances are the dude's a toy. Number 5, they like to play dress up. Even though there's not a set clothing style to a graffiti writer, a lot of toys generally like to get all the glitz and glamour before they even know any knowledge to actually putting art on the wall in any type of context. So you'll see dudes go out and either rack or buy. People are really largely into shoes, having shoe collections, having all that jazz. Certain hats, certain brands of clothing are heavily associated with graffiti. It's all different from scene to scene, from country to country, but you see that fairly often. Posers, wannabes. Number 6, toys like to call other toys toys. The longer you write, the more you learn. The only people who use the word toy are other toys. Even if you're just starting out and someone calls you a toy and their graffiti looks the business to you, chances are it looks the business because you don't fully understand why it is bad. And you know, graffiti toy is a word used by the insecure and jealous. Graffiti writers who are content in their own accomplishments have been writing for a long time, and they have no interest in insulting graffiti writers below their standard or below their skill level. It's the equivalent of laughing at an ant because it can't read. And also you'll find that really skilled graffiti writers will somewhat encourage newbies and help them out rather than putting them down. Number 7, certain graffiti toys don't even leave the house. A lot of them are just keyboard warriors hiding behind a phone screen or a computer screen. If they put the internet down and they actually spent the time thinking about graffiti and how they're going rather than putting other people down, or just thinking they're eating a bit just because they have a name somewhere, then maybe they won't be a toy anymore. Number 8, some toys have been known to snitch on other graffiti writers. Somehow these toys find out some dirt on some well-known graffiti writers, and they might think, oh well, he didn't accept me into the graffiti world, let's go snitch on him. That actually happens more often than not, and therefore that's just another thing that a toy does. Also, it's extremely frowned upon and wrong to do that in the graffiti scene, so therefore another reason why they're a toy. They just don't know, man. They don't know, or they just don't care. Number 9, toys like to tag personal property like cars, war memorials, things that generally you shouldn't tag. And if you're new to this kind of stuff, I made a video on the rules or the unwritten rules to graffiti. There's a fair few guidelines and kind of things like that. The majority of graffiti writers in the scene don't actually graffiti, and that's mainly personal property unless they have a very personal altercation with that person, generally they don't hit people's houses or cars or any personal stuff. You generally try to just aim it at the big guys. So like massive corporations or train lines, stuff like that. But toys, they just do it anywhere. The other day I was walking home from the chiropractor and I saw a big ugly tag on someone's personal fence. It wasn't even like a blocked off fence, it was someone's like suburban fence. That's not meant to be there. Like what it is, very sadly that happens pretty damn often as well. Man, we are here at number 10. What I'm gonna do is let you guys in the comments let us know what you think a graffiti toy does. Once again, I hope you all had a great New Year's. If you would like to support me, grab anything from any of my sponsors and use the discount code that is provided in the description below. You'll get a nice quality product and you'll also be helping out my sponsors, and of course you'll be helping out me. Love you all.